apparently it's together now. Good morning. I do have some mucus for all the Virgo nitpickers. I have some mucus. Let me say this. My original title of this video was Beware of Virgo. Beware of Virgo nitpicking. And it was nitpicking, even for myself, because we are in the energy of Virgo. And Virgo, remember, Virgos are very kind of nitpickers, right? The energy of Virgo, I'm not talking about any specific Virgo, I'm just talking about the energy of being in Virgo is very nitpicking, right? So remember, Virgo energy is, dot I's, cross all T's, detail oriented, so very nitpicking. And I can see it sometimes. Every sign, is reflected even in when I do social media. And I can see people, I can give my opinion, but people want to nitpick it, or they want to. It's almost like the energy sometimes will appear as even a little underlining energy of maybe being kind of upset, or kind of even a little meanness will come out. But there's this energy of, I'm upset with you. You're talking, or you're talking about yourself, or you're looking at yourself deeper, and I want you to be wrong, or I want you to be bad, or I want you to pay. You'll notice it sometimes in the comments. I want you to know, for all of us, let's all be very careful of the nitpicking, especially when somebody is sharing, their story, or their story, their journey, their path, right? Yeah, so I'll just say that, y'all, we are changing. The world is changing. We are growing. We have to go deeper, and we have to create new concepts, and particularly for ourselves, because it's really ourselves. I mean, in the end of the day, when you're at the job, those are not the people that are going to go home with you, right? When we're on social media, you're not going home with us. You're not going home with the person you're watching. They have to figure out for themselves what their lives are, and if their life is, and if their lives are, rather, if they can do that, maybe you by watching can take something out of that and be like, wow, I'm dealing with that too. We can't just keep going to looking for the same answers. Really, believe it or not, the same problems. But sometimes the same problems look like it's the same, but really, if you apply the same answers, then you never grow. And that's why the problems keep coming. So now you got to find new answers. So I was telling you yesterday about, I feel like the fact that we don't really talk about the idea of stress, right? Or the idea of like the tension that is around us as humans, and particularly as us. And I was really thinking about something, right? About what would like a perfect life for me look like right now, or even better, let's take out the word perfect, because that's Virgo, that's appropriate now. But let's take out the word perfect for a second. What would my life, what do I need in my life right now to be happy, or to be feeling of completion, or to be centered or serene? What would make me feel that? What would complement my life? What way of being or presenting in the world? How would I like to do that? What do I need right now? That's essentially the question is, what do I need right now, right? And I was watching one of my sisters, and she's a raw food chef, and she was on Facebook, and she was saying how, she's a farmer. Her husband live in Central America, and they got a farm, and they're just like really doing the work, right? And because I feel like sometimes when you kind of go on this frequency that seems less about media and pleasing and being out and performing, which is a lot of what a lot of content creators sometimes feel like they have to do. They have to get it right and please everyone at the same time, and be a little less of themselves. And they ask for them to have to sell or get people to join. Or, oh my God, y'all, it is so freaking frustrating. And I felt it, because it makes you feel like it's not you. I think in a perfect world, sometimes, a lot of us wish we never had to get on. Like, not that some of you say, well, nobody's forcing you, but in a lot of ways, yes, your livelihood forces you. Just like your livelihood forces you to go to work every day. Somebody can say, nobody's forcing you to go to work every day, but you know that your bills is forcing you to go to work every day. But social media has this little extra thing. because it's so many people that you feel, sometimes you feel like you have to please, that I wish I could be in a world too where I could just stay home and I could like really go deep into my healing and that. Now I always say this, lucky for me, I come on because I love it. I come on because I have a message or I'm trying to figure something out. I'm trying to gain more clarity. So social media actually for me helps me to do that. I mean, there's a few things. I don't have the largest following. Overall, the people that tune in are, here for it or here for my, Jeremy, hold up. I had some rice yesterday. Oh my God, I had too much. I could have had one serving, but I had two. I didn't back away. So I got mucus this morning. But yeah, I mean, I sometimes, for not just me, but for all of us, I sometimes, long for a world where we were not so social media driven, social media inspired even. I mean, like some of us, if we didn't have social media, if we didn't have the computer, if we didn't have our phones, when we got up in the morning, we wouldn't know what to do. It would take us a minute to figure it out. And some grew up with a generation that really don't know what else to do. I miss that. I missed that. And I thought about it. I said, a lot of things we have to do, or even like, it doesn't even have to be social media. For those of us that feel like, especially if you're a woman and you're single and, you're not in a relationship or some other thing, and your money depends on your work or your job or going outside of your house. Oh my God. I know that gets tiring. I know that a lot of us are really working, like I said, on our healing journey. And sometimes I feel like it's a healing journey, and sometimes I don't. I just feel like it's a journey. Sometimes I love the word healing, and sometimes I don't, because now I feel like what I'm doing is not healing from something that has gone wrong. I feel like this is a natural way of life, that this is the natural way of life for many of us, particularly those that have chosen the spiritual path. And I just mean chosen, meaning conscious that they're on a spiritual path. And that requires a lot. But unfortunately, it also requires money, right? Because even if you want to sit up in your space, even if it's a one-room apartment, you need money to pay for the apartment and the electricity, and maybe the bed or the mat that you very well have to sit on, it's like, can somebody but let me say this, what I woke up with this morning was, every time you honor yourself, let's go look at my tea. I got some Precocet going, Precocet. Every time you honor yourself, I promise you the blessings will come. Every time you choose authenticity over everything else, it will come. And I do notice that, like, being able to just say, you know what, we're going to sit outside too, yay. Let's see my tea. She's not even in the window. She is nowhere near. Let's go outside. Hey, let's go sit outside. Oh no, that's right. I used the key to open the door. You lock yourself up in the house. Every time that you just say to yourself, like, because I do, let me just tell you, like, I just want to sit and I just want to, I want to always just be free and get on, because I want to just chat and talk, and I just want to, spend days at the beach for hours and, talk to who I want to talk to, when I want to talk to them. Wrong keys, still don't have it right. Okay, I got keys, child. I got keys. Do you have keys? And what do you have keys to? What you got keys to? I guess it's still that undeniable desire to be free, to be really, really free, and to be, but like I said, as an entrepreneur, you got to get on this thing, and you still got to sell. Yeah, you want to share, but I don't know myself. You know, it's like this people that I'm saying work and then they use social media as a way to promote or to garner business or customers. Or I wish that I sometimes could just, like, let me tell you one of my things I would love to do. I would love to not get on social media for 30 days. I mean, none of it. I mean, that would be, oh my God, like it's scary thought of it. 30 days of not even teaching anything. 30 days of no classes, 30 days of none of even coming on spontaneously. Oh, I mean, could I be with myself like that? What would come out of that? I feel like you want to talk about prosperity and abundance, you want to talk about the next level, you want to talk about the next step. And I mean, it's not just, so I would challenge myself in that way, but you would, if I would say, okay, let's all challenge ourselves, then you would have to challenge yourself. Oh, no, the bubble knows. Then you would have to challenge yourself with absolutely no social media, no listening to your favorite people, no scrolling. I mean, absolutely not getting on at all. No computer, no checking emails. I mean, can you imagine? Because, I mean, this affects all of us. Like I said, this is not just a content creator thing, right? Nothing. Could you live without this? Could you live without this? And then instead, uh, find a natural environment. Like I was thinking about a lot of the ills of what we have today is because of the environment we live in. And the environment is the stuff we watch, it's the computers constantly being on, it's the environment. My healing really has always come from environment, which means that maybe the sickness comes from disconnecting from environment. And I feel like this computer, because that's what the phone is, right? This social media, this all the stuff that we engage in, whether it's the YouTubes, the Facebook, it's all the same. It's all taking us away from something else that we could be doing that's probably more fulfilling and befitting of who and what we are, and especially where we're going. I don't know if we ever really understand where we're going because we always are watching something that's telling us where we should be going, telling us how we should be feeling, even if we don't know it or not. Even if it's a picture of a celebrity, a standstill picture, right? She's not speaking, she's not talking. That picture is still saying something. That picture is still giving out a message. Wouldn't it be nice to really know yourself? Wouldn't it be nice? So what would we have to do instead? Well, we would have to probably meditate a lot because we'd have to make up for all that time. And some people don't think they're doing a lot. Some people say, well, I'm working, I'm at my desk, and I'm watching. So now you double, triple, quadruple minded. Now you're not fully engaged in what you're doing. I heard my tea. I heard my tea bubble over. I heard it. Let's go get it. I heard it. It bubbled over. We don't want bubbling over. How you doing? You bubbling? You bubbling. I'll let you bubble, but I'll take it down. Let me see. That is okay. That's going off. So I want it right here. Can you just bubble but not bubble over? Should talk to your stuff. Should talk to your stuff. Talk to your medicine. You're the medicine. Like, what would we have to do? Like, we would have to, so that means that we would actually have to spend time with ourselves. We probably, we probably would go to, we probably would actually explore the natural parks in our area. And if we have ocean, we should be there every day. If you have ocean down there in the ocean, I don't know why. Hold up a sneeze. You should be there every day. We would have to go to the parks. We would have to write in our journal. We would actually have to talk to people on the phone as opposed to even texting. Remember, and then we would have to actually have a rotary phone or a real phone, right? Because if you don't text, I mean, if you're text talking, then you're on a computer, right? I mean, no text talking, no nothing, like almost like you don't have this. So your phone talking would have to be, like you said, I don't know, do we have old-fashioned phones anymore or whatever the phones that we used to have before a cell phone? Like, can you imagine that? So then how would you make money? Well, back in the day, you didn't need the phone to make money. You actually went into a place, or even some people freelance, remember? So they had a regular phone that they would talk on to tell their editor or whoever, the person that their client, that this is what I'm getting. This was an artist before, or you was an artist of some sort. So you made your money in theater, or you were an architect, or so you had these work. You could have creative work. Creativity and art was before social media. So you were an entrepreneur. Even being an entrepreneur was before, in a lot of ways, the way social media is today. So the idea that we couldn't survive or we couldn't make money, it's a lie. It's just that that's what I say. I can't stand it. It's this loop that if you try to say, I'm not going to get on for a while. Okay, let's talk first about content creators or people that use social media for entrepreneurship or to a way to promote and make money on their businesses. You get scared at first because you know if out of sight, out of mind. How people gonna know about your classes? How people gonna know what you're doing? How people gonna know about your retreats? How people gonna know? Of course, there's websites and they can click in, but you hoping in your mind that they will remember to do that because they're bombarded with all these things and they got fancy, slick advertising and constantly, commercials and constant like. It is the scariest thing to be able to say, I want to know what it's like not to depend on this. I know I would be happier, younger looking. Probably, I think we would be disease free. I'm not just saying disease, less disease. I'm saying as a society, we would be disease free. Because anything now that we wasn't looking at because we're so busy looking at this, we would actually be able to see, so we always be able to address. I wonder the level of sickness, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual. I say mental, whether it's depression, anxiety, fear, all of those. And they'll talk about disorders, whether of course it's high blood pressure or diabetes and or worse, right? So to speak, right? Heart disease. I really wonder how much of this is affecting this. Because I feel like we talk about environment. How can we not talk about social media as environment? I don't know why people say I don't have social media. I only have YouTube. I never understand that. What is not YouTube? What is social media? That I'm confused. You mean it's like because you're connecting, you're engaging. More than that, you're taking in information. Maybe worse, it's passive. It is the hardest thing. The spirit tells you cut it all off for 30 days. Don't teach anything for 30 days. Like I would have to, of course, now wait till next year because I have an obligation that I have to teach. But I've got to put it into place. So it almost seems like you can't just jump in cold turkey, right? And jump out cold turkey. You got to kind of wean yourself off, like high blood pressure medicine. And like high blood pressure medicine, it gets scary. So you wean yourself off and you're doing great, but now your mind tells you that you might not stay doing great, so you should go back and get on the pill. I know. And then that jacks you up because you realize, oh man, I was doing great, but I got scared because I was doing great, but I got scared that I would not continue to do great because now I'm not doing that thing that I used to do that I felt kind of great at. But what if I don't feel great? What if I take? And it's all the what ifs and what ifs and what ifs comes up. I mean, this is like, I was listening to, like I said, my sister, the chef, and she was like, yeah, she feels like all this having to work, even if social media is so-called working for yourself, right? It still doesn't allow her to rest in her divine femininity. And I mean, people use that term, and I actually don't like to use terms that I'd rather use a lot because then it starts to not feel like it's so, genuine. But let's just say, forget resting your femininity. Yeah, you don't feel as feminine. I feel like if I could sit in a one room, if I could sit in a one room and I could have spiritual music going and burning incense and candles, I lived a life like this when I was in California. It was 90s, 2000. And late 90s, I would say mid 90s to early 2000s, and it was just that. I didn't have a TV. There was not social. There was no YouTube. That didn't even exist or Facebook. I know I'm old enough to remember that, and that wasn't that long ago to me. It didn't feel that long ago, but of course it was. I guess technically, I mean, so relative long ago for whom, right? I I mean, the reason what I did get on social media that I even had something to talk about. The reason that people were even watching me and then even buying my stuff when I wasn't even selling, they told me to sell, was because I had all that time to be with myself. I had all that time to be quiet. I didn't even have a TV. I wish I had a TV too, so the guy that I was dating was with, he bought a TV for my daughter because he said it's not right, she'll have a TV. I said, oh no, it's perfect. Like we had cable, there was a wire, but I never set it up. Like And even the TV, I had it on a roller thing, and I would roll it in the closet she watched her show that I roll it. I didn't even want it in the space. I didn't even like it. And then I would roll it in the closet and still cover it. Like, I mean, that's how much, but yet I'm on social media all the time. Like, those TVs are not as harmful, even on this physical level, just standing there as much as this is, on so many levels. You know? And then it becomes this addiction that even if you're on it and you use it even to say, I'm sharing my authentic self, then even the sharing becomes addictive, which is still some need, instead of like knowing that I could find all these things out and allow that to be enough. I would love it. I would absolutely love that. Let's see who's on. Good morning. Beverly. Hey, Yasmin. Good morning, Patricia. You deserve that. I miss those days too, since Beverly. Yes, Yasmin Rose says you deserve that. Clay says, hello, beautiful beings. Hello to you. Thank you, ladies. 30 days, 30 days. And then you know what would happen though? See, in 30 days, you would never want to come back again. And I know people think that they would. They think that they have to. I think the people that come back is because they think they have to. That fear is so deep because we've been doing this thing so long that it's horrible. And I noticed that some of the most, I'm gonna say some of the most, I say spiritual people. Let me tell you, for me, one of the definitions, one of the things I find with what I call spiritual people is people who keep going in and keep finding and keep digging and keep extrapolating, keep wanting, I don't want to say trying, but trying in a sense and wanting to understand themselves. Yasmin, you're one of them for sure, like that. Because I only know because you got social media, so I get to see you. But often those people, the sister I'm talking about, the chef, India Camille, right? Those people tend not to don't have all the big followers and don't have a lot of people watching them and don't, those people are the people I'm really talking about. Because those people got that, but they're so scared that they're like, well, why am I not profiting? Why am I constantly having to get back up and do the dog and pony show? Why I gotta, and I'm one of them too, right? It's because we got caught up in this. We really believe or something. If you believe it, that it's true. It don't even have to be true, but once you believe it, now it's true. And even as spiritual as we are, we can't. We think, well, this is the only way, because when you really think about the people that totally make it on this thing, it's not that many on that highest level or even a moderate level. Most people are doing okay, and if that. But deeply spiritual people, because their context, or their content rather, their content is not solid, what meaning it's not the same all the time, because they're not the same all the time. And this machine it's based on regularity, which is, you can tear that word up in so many ways. To be regular, to regulate, to not be your spontaneous self, to not really grow, just keep it right here. It's algorithms and we want it to stay about right here. So it'll never work for us, but at the same time, our own fear is working really worse than the social media. It's working against us. We think the social media is working against us. The fear is working against us even more. And if we as spiritual people would totally like just unplug and plug back into the source, I promise you, I know we would, because the solution is not in here. As a matter of fact, Babylon really is falling and everybody could feel it. I know not just people that get on YouTube or whatever, use social media as a way of to advertise whatever, to connect. I'm talking about everyone, because every one of us watch this and some of us watch this all day. And the more time we have, the more time we're on it. We got more time. We don't have nothing else to do. Unless somebody calls us, we decide to go for lunch, or maybe meet a friend, maybe we'll go on a little small trip. But guess what? Our normal everyday life is back here in the same seat, doing the same thing on this goddamn machine. Then you start thinking of other things where you're like, okay, I need a sponsor. Because now we understand how some women, used to have a man. I'm just saying, I'm not giving it even as an option. I'm telling you how it used to be. And maybe for some people it still is. So you had a man that would provide. That was you wrestling your divine femininity, because you wasn't thinking about, you could take the Hajj, but then the Hajj is sometimes part of somebody else that you got to bring along. And then is it the Hajj anymore if you have to bring someone along unless somebody just want to sponsor you from afar and that, because they really see you. But I don't think we have to, I think that's the problem. Once you start worrying about how to do it and how you're going to sustain it, that freedom, that off social media, that what is life really without it, like your true self. Um, Once you start worrying about it, see, then you're out of your true self. You're out of the whole, it just defeats the whole purpose. And that's what I feel. I just want to sit and I do want to express, but I'm addicted to expressing. Do you get it? Like, I'm addicted to this. I'm addicted to coming on. I'm addicted to expressing. Sometimes I forget to even advertise, which is like, what the heck? Like, because I got to eat. You know what I'm saying? But I want to even challenge myself to not have to always even do this. I want to do that. I want to know where those emotions would go, where those feelings and thoughts would go. What would I do with them instead? And even when I have other ones because I didn't say too much. Now, this is not saying that, but okay, another thing, let's give solutions. I think what would happen is more women would say, hey, where are you? You're in Ghana. I would love to, you know, to spend some time with you, meaning like we can do a mini, just us a retreat, a one-on-one, but in person. And I don't mean an hour or two, I mean literally staying in a room or another place, a place that I have for them. We can do these weekends or these weeks, or basically we would connect with people. Maybe your teacher would finally come. So every day, this is when I lived that California life. And like I said, the 90s, early to mid 90s to the early 2000s, I promise you, like, it was just so free. You were constantly meeting spiritual people, spiritual advisors, gurus, teachers. You were constantly meeting them. These grown, we read a lot too, because there's so much more to learn. So you was gathering all this knowledge and wisdom of self. You were doing meditations, and you was healthier than you ever were, and you probably had less money. I know I did. It was beautiful, to be honest. Maybe you went to school, you took classes, so you got to engage with your professor and the other students. That's one of the big things I did. Went to community college just for that, the engagement, so take classes and dance and do theater and acting and all this stuff that seems like it has nothing to do with making money, but yeah, it made money. It made your soul feel rich. Yeah, we'd be part of things. We'd be going, we'd be dancing, we'd be singing, we'd be going to like events, but not events. Do you understand? Events of like social media too. Now events of social media, like social media inspired and driven. So yeah, and we'd be sitting at the beach a whole lot, looking really good, feeling really good. So that is where I'm going, you know. We're in September, October, November, so we only have 4 months to the seventh year. And I feel like I would love to spend the rest of those 4 months just doing that. But, of course, in my case, my classes, because that's my obligation, and I love being with the women. But I know there's going to come a time when I need to just not talk that much, or not talk on this and make this my world. I feel like if we all can break away from it together, it would freaking crumble. It would crumble. Let's see, almost. It would crumble. And it kind of needs to crumble a bit. But everybody's so afraid, and that's what keeps it going, and that's what keeps in a way, the evil in power, because we're so afraid, and they know we are, because they got us addicted. And addictions are never good, but yet we accept some more over others. It's an addiction, I don't like it. Addictions are not good. It's not usually something that's good for you, you're addicted to. Other than that, if it was good for you, you wouldn't even use the word addiction. You would be, I'm drawn to, I resonate with, I connect to. You wouldn't say you're addicted. Addicted implies in itself it's not good. And it ain't good for you. And I think too, people might even appreciate you. They would come, they would. So you think like, well, nobody sees me outside of mine, as I said before, but that's not true. People would miss what you have to say because it's so pure and it's so from the heart, and they would miss it. They would seek you. I would look for you like, oh my God, I'm watching social media. Everybody's acting. Everybody's pretending. Everybody's trying to just get the bag, or not even just get the bag. Because get the bag to me implies to me that you want more than your share or more than you need. Everybody's just trying to survive. And survival is not attractive. It's ugly to me. and in me. So yeah, people really would like. That's what it's gonna be. People are gonna look for you. They'll be like, "Oh my God, I missed that rawness. I missed that truth." Like I really see myself. People coming to visit me, and of course, there's I give them a price, and they come and they stay for a week or two, or three or four, a whole month, and we literally work together. And we do things together, and I take them places together, more intimate. That's more what I want to do. That's what I need to do. Because I know that I do try to hide. I do. You can ask my group members, like, but people seek me out. They run like everywhere I see the young ladies, and especially the young ladies, and I see it, and I know that I got to be there, but I also got to set it up where I can recharge and be able to truly give. So I got some opportunities on getting a place and in a smaller space, but we're still together. And I think I'm going to do that. And when people come to see me, we will create something and package around it. Because, and then you just find me. It used to be a time, and it kind of like still is, about like tours. People that used to do tours or do tour groups, or like the place Experience the Real Cartagena in Colombia I went to, and it was like a touring group. I don't know what name for that, but the way they were successful, to be successful, is still word of mouth. Somebody saying, yo. And I think Ghana too still has that. Like there's seemingly like a lot of diasporas in Ghana that's doing a lot, but it's still a small community overall. And if you said, hey, I know there was a sister, isn't she in Ghana? Her name was Lisa Marie. I know she was doing counseling and healing work. And is she, where is she? Somebody would know. Somebody would tell you, like, oh, she has a website, go to it. Go see her. She does shamanistic work. Because that's where I'm going. I mean, my whole mind, my travels will be geared to that. Like, I could already see it. So cast me around the world. But I really believe that this is my last year to even do everything I'm doing. Like 2026 is going to be a tailored. I'm here. Spend a week. Here it is. This is the package for the week. This is the package if you want two. This is the package if you want a month. I think because then I can be free with the person. We glamorize everything. Even our retreats has to be like so tailored, and not tailored, but like structured, and do this and then we do that and then we do this. But when I think about the young lady that's actually staying here, 31 years old, I'm 56, so I could definitely be her mom. Um, she just wants to sit and ask questions and talk and get insight and help. And she's writing in her journal and she's getting the answers and right. We're working, but it's in our everyday. We're meeting in the kitchen. We're sitting in the living room. We're having them both go to the beach at the same time. That's my tummy. So I know what I got. I know who I am. I know what I have to give. I know what my purpose is as far as the helping of others. I just don't want to do it here. I just don't want to do it here. Not like that. I don't want to worry about money, and I don't want to, sometimes too you give so much and people still nitpick. Virgo energy rather, not Virgos, just Virgo energy. Well, you should look at what you got is metaphysics, honey. We passed that. We got this other concepts, more ancient. There's other ways. We're past that. I am a deep woman. Like, I'm a deep woman. I'm a very deep woman, and I realize it. And I know the knowledge and wisdom that I've gained, everybody gains it. Like, if you allow. I mean, we got to earn everything. We got to pay for something. We got to earn it. We got to go to 1,000 schools. We got to have 1,000 certificates. When really, back in the day, your master teacher couldn't even read and write English. Stop it. And I'm talking about they was born in the United States. Stop. Some of them didn't speak correct English. Stop it. And they were way wiser than you. Some of them was your grandma, your great-grandmother, your grandfather. Stop playing. So all these I gotta get 1,000 degrees to be 1,000 certified. Gurus traditionally was the old blind man who had diabetes. But Lord, he knew how to give it something. We're tripping. But we forgot because we don't know. So there we go. Anyway, I need to start taking steps to limit my social media intake. Most of the time, just mindlessly watching and scrolling. Me too, man. Me too. But I'll tell you, coming here and being, with other people, with the sisters, I'll tell you, it helps me a lot. And then have the ocean. So the ocean now is what do you call, my social media, nature. I'm gonna turn this off. Turn this off. You doing good? You doing well? So this is my privacy. Like I said, I don't cut off my nail. Snagging on stuff, so I can cut it off. This is privacy. Like hard. It's getting kind of soft though. I think I should take it out of this plastic. Because that'll probably be a great start. Somebody will nitpick and tell me that too. Anyway, that stuff is great and it does bring the pressure down, but it does so many other things, not just high blood pressure. And then this is it grinded in a powder form. And I put this in my smoothies. I'm gonna let it do what it do. I'm gonna cut this off. And I will drink that. And then we'll go to the beach, of course, because we're going to the beach. That's a forever thing, as long as I live here. So, yeah, some of us too, we are so blessed to take, like I find like spiritual people take chances, right? So, spiritual people are the ones that we watch sometimes that live in other places, that left their home country and decided to go off. And I know, Jasmine, you're in Mexico, and I'm in Ghana, and even throughout Ghana, I'm in different places. I've noticed that I do love to, it doesn't seem intentional, but I love to collect dwellings. And it's for a reason. I mean, some people might want the mountain time with me. And we spend time in the mountains, and you help you to find yourself. Especially my young women, my women in 30s, I find my clients are mostly women in 30s. 30s is a very interesting time, isn't it? But it could be older too. So I have my mountain dwelling, I got my land up there, I'm about to acquire my ocean dwelling, and I'm even eventually maybe we'll see if spirit feels it like my city dwelling, but because you gotta be somewhere. But I do well in nature, so I don't know if I even need the city dwelling. So yeah, y'all, I'm doing a phenomenal workshop. It's about birthing, but natural birthing. Not natural birthing in that, you pass the baby through, but the birthing of yourself, of yourselves and yourselves too, because you have many selves. But I think that it's funny, like spiritual people will do all that. We will leave everything we know. We will connect to something new, and we will gain so much wisdom and knowledge from it, and don't even understand how valuable that is. That even the people that's watching you, yes, they may have their 9 to 5s, and some of them wish that they love their 9 to 5 as far as it provides for themselves and their family, but they're not. They would like to have a different kind of life too. So sometimes we underestimate our bravery, or the kind of, like, just the simple term, like how lucky we are. I use luck. I know a lot of people don't come with that because, like, that you're not giving it to God, you're not giving it to the ancestors, but lucky just means, just from that regular girl from Brooklyn term, girl, you so lucky. Oh, girl, I wish I was doing what you doing. You so lucky. That vibe, I want that vibe. We are. We're lucky. We're blessed. Like but lucky is better because this is me. Like, you did something, and oh my God, like, yo, you so lucky. You live where, doing what, and you do what, and you what? And sometimes people are watching you and they're telling you stuff when you're like, but hey, I took a chance. I'm doing something different. I'm moving around. Like, I'm finding myself and reintroducing myself. But see, I don't even want to say you're reintroducing yourself to yourself, because that old self is gone. You're introducing yourself to your new self. And some people don't understand until they start delving into their own lives and be like, oh wow. So yeah, if you're thinking about coming to Ghana and you want to do VIP weeks with me, I don't want to call it. We're gonna call it something else. Where you stay, in a nice, wonderful room, and we do the work together. Yeah, I'll get it together, but I know in 2025, 2024, I guess, and 2025, because obviously 2025 gonna be some big year for me, I guess, but 'cause that's what I said. I'm I don't think I'll be doing all this, but I'll be connecting. I just want to do it in person. I just want to be quiet. And like I said, this is freaking scary. I know how people say, "Oh, I'm leaving social media," and then they come back and next week. I mean, because it's not. Don't laugh at them. It's not that they just talk and they really want to do it. But it's like I'm telling you, when you first get on the blood pressure, and I said, and you realize that okay, you never needed to stop anyway. This is consult your doctor because you was just stressed to freak out, and now you're not stressed. Now you're handling it. You're by the beach every day. Look how back and quiet it is. And you live in another country, and you're surrounded by freaking coconut and palm trees. And life is pretty dang good. You're eating simple, and the food is rich, and it's the Garden of Eden, and you realize you never needed the bad boys, but you took it. So then you say you're gonna wean yourself off, and you really are doing it. But then you hear like if you do it without a doctor or whatever, hey, with a doctor, you'll be on for the rest of your life, or you'll get strokes and heart attacks. So then you get scared and you say, okay, now I'll just take one more. Well, that's how it is trying to wean yourself on social media, whether you're the watcher or the one that's creating the content. I'll just do one more video. You'll say, I'll just scroll one more 15 more minutes. I'll just watch this one more last video. I'll just go into this one more platform, just this one more. And then you might do it for about 30 minutes without, maybe one and a half a day. Okay, 5 hours, 2 hours. Okay, because it's hard, right? And you be like, wow, that felt good, but it felt strange and unusual. What if I need it? What if I don't know what's going to be going on? For an entrepreneur, what if nobody knows my next class? What if nobody buys it? I got to eat. Okay, you see? But it's a lie. It's all the lies. It's all the lies. It's all the fear. And you go back on it, and then you go, ew, it's worse than before because I hate it. I was off it for 2 hours. Let's say 2 days. Just really feel it. Yeah, it's an addiction, and I don't like addictions. They're not good. Your body gets addicted to those drugs. They really do. And it's not necessarily you need it, but your body believes it. So, of course, your body's going to act the fool. And even might act out of order. So, it's some bravery in everything we do. But I'm hoping by 2024, I could be, God help me, please. And you're going to have to pray on this one. Because I see it. I see it. The sister that's hosting, like, I know it. Like, this happens to me all the time. I used to travel, people in the house be like, oh my God. And it's always a young lady or older lady. And like, we sit and they talk and they like, I thank you for being here. I thank you for being out. They could be hosting me. You helped me so much. Just your presence and your thoughts and your wisdom. And I'll be like, really? Like, okay, thank you. Like, I feel like I'm being helped too just by expressing what I know. That's probably why I come here to express what I know. Because it helps me too. After a while, you start realizing, okay, you are more introverted naturally, and you really like intimate connection. So you want to talk and sit with the person until you need a break too, and you go in your little space and you go zen out. We take time to ourselves. If you work with me in person, if you travel to come to work with me, then just know I'm gonna give you a lot of time to yourself too. That's part of it. You don't have to sit. You don't have to sit in your room. You can sit in your room. You can go for a walk. You can sit. But we go and schedule those times because it's important. The addiction becomes to something else to stimulate you. But we don't have our times, and lots of it, when we are together. And we are digging, and we are experiencing, and we are laughing and loving. And you'll go back another person, I promise. That's the work I'm supposed to do. The work of shamanism. I just keep hearing the word shaman so yeah. Anyway, I love y'all. Yes, yes. Peace and love. Hey, Noble Atum, Shivrek L. Peace and love, mother. Peace and love to you. Hey, and in Tigre. Hi. Let's watch that one. Beverly, keep an eye on that one, please. No offense. I don't know you, so I don't sure. I just read vibrations and usually you could tell. I'm wrong, but yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna get my little packages together for next year. My website will still be available. I'm here now, obviously, but I would love to walk away. I would love to. I said 30 days. I would love to walk away for ever, whatever that means. Because we used to do it and we made it and we were better for it. We needed so much less too. We didn't need as much. And when you live in these countries like that, you start going back to that needing less anyway. You don't need as much. For me, let's say I think about if I said, what are some of the most important things that I feel like must haves in my life at this time and really any time that I was happiest? A decent place to live and the best natural foods. I can't do nothing else. So, in a decent place to live, meaning walking to the mountains or walking to the beach as I can do now. Decent place to live encompasses nature and naturalness and a certain amount of quietness and natural living. So that's not expensive, really, to be honest. I don't need a big house. I don't need 5 rooms. I don't even really need two, but some people think I do. It's okay. The food is probably, they both the same. Because if I don't live in a decent place, then I'm not going to be as, relaxed. But you give me fresh food that's not expensive. Yeah, I can grow some too, but I can also have a bit of access to it easily. Oh yeah, because that's what I have now. I'm in a one room. I sleep on the floor. I mean, there's cushions. I take the cushions off the couch and I sleep on the floor. I'm in one room. I sleep on the floor. I have money to buy food to eat and to help my sister out. I buy what I need for the house and that's it. And I feel happier and healthier and closer to my true self than I've ever felt. Nope. White walls and nothing fancy and not a lot of furniture in the room. Oh my God, I didn't know that I could be so happy. But this happy, whereas the happiness even is like, advertised, happiness has become commodified, yeah. So I don't even want to say happy. I feel so content. I feel closer to what a person, I believe a human came here to be. Oh, the bird agrees. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like, I'm just floating. Like everything is just simplicity, but not commodified, because simplicity is commodified. I mean, Eurocentric sensibility, oh my God, they will commodify a hut. They can't be any hut. It's got to be the best materials and modernized technology to create the hut. It's got to be. It can't just be a hut. No. No, no, no. You can't just do minimalism because minimalism costs a lot. So you got to have the thing that makes it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I don't like none of that. I don't like seeing it. I like people going for it. I just don't like it. But I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like the floor is not the little cushion, and I love it. I sleep well because it's more important the environment. When it's dark and the lights are all out, there's no street lights here. Like this, I don't know. I ain't see them. There's somewhere, but um, you sleep well, you eat well. All the fruits are organic, and you wake up. Like I don't have to spend money on a day to day because I got food. I got water. I wear the clothes I already got. I go to the beach every day. And when it rains, I'll sit with myself and meditate and write in my books and maybe write books. Things that can come out of you, poetry, write books, really create things in the community. Like, I mean, come on. I didn't realize that, like, I'm not going in my pocket every day like when I was in a cry, especially when I feel like I was in a relationship, because it felt like something that was always needed, that really, you could see wasn't really needed. It's incredible how much money I don't spend, which is none. I spend absolutely no money. This needs toilet paper, dishwashing liquid, da da da, because I love the life. So you got to be ready for it. Hey, I'm watching. Thank you, Queen. You got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for ease. You think it's easy? Be like, oh, I want ease. Okay, here it goes. Be like, wait a second. What I'm gonna do now? Ease means I'm not bombarded with social media. Ease means that yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot, but yet I'm doing a whole lot, which is the deeper lot, not the shallow lots. Clothes, yeah, same ones. I mean, he was washed them out like, oh my God, like I can't believe, I'm loving this, honestly. I'm like happy as can be. I'm closer to myself, closer to those around me. I'm hearing people, I'm helping. What we really need to make it is very interesting, but wow, we got so far away from that. So if you need that, and I know a lot of people in the States do, and a lot of people around the world, if you need that, um, I'll get my little packages together. I'll provide you with a space, and we'll go to the markets and get our food, and we'll spend time at the ocean and other spiritual places. And we'll spend a lot of time in your space, in your room, a lot of time in our meditation, our talks, and things will just happen organically. And when you go back, you may not want to. But when you do, you'll be a different person, and you'll know where you're supposed to go in the world. You know, some people are like, oh, you have a gift. It's a gift. I don't know if that is what it is, but it's a gain for real. And it's a gain through life experiences, and that I will not deny. I will not deny that. So anyway, I gotta go drink this tea. Love y'all so much. I think y'all the best. I think you're dope, and I hope that this helped you. But I got a sister coming, my little niece. I call her my niece because when you're in your 30s, then you feel like my niece. And yeah, I think she's gonna come for a month. And then this sister that I just met, this young lady. But yeah. All right, ladies. You know, I'll be talking, and then it be talking to me, and then I'll be talking to y'all, and I'll be talking, and then I'll be listening to this. Like, it's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna eat something delicious, because life is that way. Delicious. I'll see you on the next video. Have a blessed, beautiful one. If you feel in your heart to donate, I think that would be wonderful. Yeah, sometimes y'all, you know, I definitely, yes, you can do a one-on-one consultation. Although I think I'm closing the one-on-one consultations. I don't think I'm gonna do consultations connected to coming here. So it'll be a very specific consultation about what it takes, what are the different packages, you know. That's the only consultation I'm doing, because I'm no one, I'm tired, I don't want to do that. So I'm not doing those anymore. But the ones that got it, you're good. So consultations are going off. And I'm doing the master classes until we move on out of the year, because those are very important. I really like those, because the people that pay want to be there, so you don't get all the nitpicking and the hate and all that, you know, because they pay, they actually like you, so it kind of works. So I love those. I won't be doing those next year now, but I love those. But don't feel like, if you're watching a video, right, of anybody, not just me, you gotta stop feeling like I gotta make the person work. They already just worked. They just gave you something that that you can really carry with you. You shouldn't have to, okay, I wanna buy something for you to support you. I gotta work. I gotta get up. I'm not even in a car, so I can halfway get the damn thing. You know, you just got it. Just, you know, don't feel like, well, everybody else got it too. That's wrong. They didn't get what you got. They may have gotten nothing. They may watch me and tune out. Like, so feel free to donate. Like, that's better for your heart. That's better for mine too. Don't always feel like, I don't know, like I just sometimes, you know, I remember a while ago I had a client. She would buy a lot, and I really always appreciate that, but it was like, I want to help. And helping was always, I had to provide something. I want to help you. But it was never just give me the money. Just donate the money. I don't understand this little, I think some people are like, well, I work, you gotta work too, but I am working. This is work. Like, this is my work. This is my contribution to the world. And I know I'm gonna get criticized on this part, but it's weird to me. I wanna support you, so I'm gonna buy your so-and-so. And I thank you for that. But now I just worked. I spent the whole hour giving. Just donate and be okay with it. Don't feel like the person gotta work. Okay, I'm gonna order for you and I want it this way and I know 1,000 things and I want it this way and then I want that and then I need you to get that. My God, but you liked the video, that's why you even came to the website. Why don't you just donate with the video? Like, I think we gotta get out there as Black people. I think sometimes Black folks love what they're watching, love the person, love them, but the fact that to them, they're working a job, so you should now, I can't even explain it. It's probably coming out wrong, but those people know who I'm talking about. Like, if you are here for it, okay, here we go. Yeah, Steve, there we go. We got to get these people out. I think I got them all out at once. And Beverly, you got them timed out too. Perfect. Yeah. So, yeah. So he'll get very upset about it too. Like, oh, people asking for donations, but you watched the whole video. Did you get nothing? We got to stop thinking so Babylon, like, oh, well, you know. That's why I say, somebody say, I asked me, I want to know how I can help you. I said, you can donate. You can donate. Okay. They didn't say okay, they didn't say nothing. I don't know how you doing. You know, if you want the mind to be like this, fresh fruits and vegetables work. And usually the person you're donating to, I mean, social media is a whole other day. People donate to people that already got money, which, okay, that's fine. Like, that's their prosperity, abundance, and that's a beautiful thing. But when you see the person is coming and you see the person is giving of their soul, just donate. Don't say, I'm going to donate by it, but you got to go provide, and then you got to send me stuff. You got to buy in this product because you're not donating. You have to assume that you've already received, and you want to fill your own heart. So you want to give. Y'all don't know how much I give. If y'all, this is giving, but if I remember my ex-husband used to say, you make this look so easy. They don't even see it as something. She's really digging. She's really sharing. She's giving something. She's making me feel better. So because of that, they don't feel like you're giving. They feel like, okay, I saw your video that you get. Now I want you to hop to, and I'm gonna buy, and you gotta stay on the phone for $500. Even though I know you're going through your own physical thing. I had one client recently. She wanted a consultation, very beautiful. I spoke to her. She said, I want to know when we can do a consultation. I said, okay, sure, let's do it this day. Right away, and she watched my videos. So this just happened, like last week. And she said, I see you're going through intense healing. We can do my consultation another time. We don't have to do it right now. That's giving to me. That's giving. Not that we're never going to do it because she knows that I want to. She knows I got something for her. But just that aspect of, I see you. I see you humbling yourself. I see you digging. I see you. I see you is an affirmation, is a loving, giving affirmation alone. I see you. And I know when you come on, it's different than actually having to concentrate to do a consultation because this is spontaneous. This is from your heart. I see you. Not that I don't get that. I get people that straight up give, just donate. And not that I don't mind that. I'm glad when people buy a consultation. That's why I sell it, because that's the way for me to be able to sustain myself. So I'm not putting down the consultation. I put it out there. So I'll be putting down my own self, But sometimes it's okay to say, she already gave, so I'm going to give. Because y'all don't know what that would bring. That would bring like, oh, okay, I'm tuning in. She giving. She done ate. She's good. Everything good. She got her fruit. She went somewhere, was down the street. Everything I do for free. I'm not into the touristy things. I don't need to see what Cape Coast has. And I don't care about all that. I'm here to stay in a state of healed and healing. So if you feel it in your heart, um, it's Cash App, it's PayPal, and if you don't, it's okay. But I'm just saying, like, we got to get out of that. Some of my clients that do very well, I want to support you. I bought 6 consultations. Oh, great, thank you. I am thankful. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah. Anyway, I'll get ready for the criticism. I won't put that out there though. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love.